Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucy, and this is my second video. And before I start, I would like to say a huge thank you to all of you for your reactions to my first video and to the shorts. I was really overwhelmed by the number of views, the comments, the likes, and the shares, and it really means the world to me. So, again, thank you so much. And before I get to the main part of this video, I would like to share my morning routine with you. I like to have a slow morning if the circumstances allow, and by circumstances, I mean my to do list, which is never ending. I usually get up at 5 in the morning and I come here at 6:30 by bus. And the first thing I do is to put the kettle on. I have breakfast at my boyfriend's house before I come here, so I don't need to prepare breakfast here, but I do love to have a hot beverage before I start my work. I usually then head into the garden, into the yard to sit for 15 to 20 minutes and do some crochet and watch YouTube. But this morning, I had to do a bit of work before having my relaxing time. I'm still dehydrating tomatoes, and it's a very time consuming job. So I wanted to get the dehydrator started before, as the first thing in the morning. So when the first job is done, I can actually sit down for about 15 to 20 minutes and relax for a bit, and just having my coffee, get my crochet ready, and enjoy the views. Now, this was the moment I realized I actually have to share the view with you, and I also have to share with you my very poor camera skills. But I mean, who could resist having a cup of coffee and a view like this? It really sets the mood for the day. And what about you? Are you a morning person? Do you even have the time or energy in the morning to make yourself a hot beverage and maybe have a little chat with your spouse or kids or pets or plants? Or is it all just go, go, go? I do like to have my slow mornings if I can, but it's not the norm. There are days when all go, go, go since 5 a.m. But I really think that slow mornings are important if you can do them. Now, after finishing my coffee, I get on with the most important job of the day, and that's watering the garden. It's a job that takes me usually about an hour, and I try to water the garden every day. now when the weather, it's really hot. It's about 30 degrees during the day. But honestly, there are days when I come here, I look at the garden and I think, nope, not today. And I believe we all have days like this, and that's okay. You can't be extremely productive every day. And now for the main ideas of today's video. First of all, I'll take you to a couple of places that I've visited last week. And the first one is very close to my heart. As you can see, this place is beautiful. And I know this place like the back of my hand because I used to spend every summer here until about the age of 21 when I moved to England. And I was here every summer with my sister and grandma, and we had a couple of friends here, and we were the menace of this place. We were always causing some kind of mischief, but we were also spending lots of time mushroom hunting and blueberry picking, or even cleaning up rubbish after the tourists. So every summer we stayed at grandma's cottage, which she built with grandpa in the 70s. But about 15 years ago, someone broke in, and to cover the tracks, they burned it down. My cousin built a new one, but obviously for privacy reasons, I don't show what the place looks like now. Instead, you can have a look at my painting of the original cottage. And I came here last week with mom and dad to pick blueberries, but these were the only two blueberries I could find. The weather just wasn't good for blueberries this year, and I think my parents' dog wasn't impressed by the lack of his favorite snack either. And the next trip is to a city called České Budějovice, which is at the south of the country. And we came to a very large agricultural expo or a festival. The name of the event could be loosely translated into something like Earth the Provider. And you could find anything related to farming here, from taking care of the soil to seeds, animals, plants, fertilizers, machinery, animal husbandry, and of course the final products. And I'm not going to lie, I love food. So the first places we headed to was the hall with the food stalls. And yep, I ate a lot and I drank a lot. Then we headed off to the outdoor shopping area where me and my mom bought tons of plants. I got myself a lovely peach tree, a hibiscus plant, and some kind of Japanese raspberry. I'm not sure what it's actually called. And it is a 5-day festival, but I believe even if I spent the whole 5 days here, I would still find something new to see. We spent about 6 hours here, and it just was not enough. And now back to my cottage. It's the peak of the harvest season now, so if you're a gardener, the chances are that you have a surplus of tomatoes and courgettes, like I do. So that day I was dealing with tomatoes only because it is a full day job. But before processing them, I had to make some space in the kitchen and make it usable and workable again. I have two ways to process tomatoes. One is dehydrating and one is freezing. And today I'm dehydrating. So I've collected about a basket full of tomatoes. These are the cherry tomatoes in different varieties. They're absolutely my favorite because they have so much flavor. They have a very thin skin and they're very juicy. Not the best for drying, but I dry them for the flavor. What I need to do first is to take the tops off and wash them and dry them, because once I cut them, they'll go straight into the dehydrator. And yes, after I wash them, I do separate them by the color. simply because of this shot. I mean, look how beautiful these are. Now, the yellow ones will not look the best when they're dehydrated because they will not keep the color and they will go dark brown. But the flavor is awesome and it's absolutely worth doing. Now, since I actually clean up the kitchen, I can do some cooking here now. It's not very adventurous, but it fills the tummy. And here I would like to show you that you can make a lovely meal with just a few ingredients and no time at all. So I'm making an instant Chinese noodles, but I like to pimp the soup up just so that it's not so plain. I don't have any cooking sauces here, but I usually have some kind of meat leftovers or boiled egg. Today I'm having luncheon meat, and from the garden I picked onion tops, tomatoes, and peppers. I mean, it's not probably the healthiest lunch, but it's filling, and with all the veggies, it even looks cute. And to be honest, it is a comfort food for me. And even though the autumn is coming fairly quickly, I have decided I want to plant the fall garden. And here comes a little tip. If you need seedling markers and are on a budget, I got these old blinds from my mom and they are perfect for the job. You can cut them in any size you need, and as you can see, I'm using just ordinary scissors to cut these up, and I'm making two sizes. The first size is for my seedling trays, so they're small and thin, and I make the tops round only because the corners can be a little bit sharp. Now the other size is for the plant beds, and all I do is cut a blade in two and that's it. I wanted to make the tops round too, but I realized there are no sharp edges. And to write on these, I just use an ordinary permanent marker or a Sharpie, and these can be reused again and again. And I've got a full bucket of these, and this really means one man's trash is another man's treasure. I wanted to plant more vegetables today, which I actually will, but first of all, I need to plant hollyhocks. I know it could be a little bit too late for them now, but the weather office said that we might have a very long summer, so they might actually grow enough to actually blossom next year. So I want to try it. I'm not using any store-bought compost because simply I don't have any. But I had a visit from a mole the day before, and he left a large mound of a very fine soil, so I'm using this to plant my seedlings in, and obviously I'm using my new fancy markers. Do you have any pests in the garden? I mean, of course you do. We all do. They're part of the ecosystem. But here at the cottage, I'm actually dealing with pests that I didn't have to deal with at my last place, and that's the sparrows. I never knew they would love new seedlings so much actually, that I have to always cover my new seedlings with a chicken wire. It is annoying, but it is what it is. So here I'm planting some spinach. I've already planted some radishes as well. And but because the unusual hot weather, there is a chance that they will both just bolt and go straight into seeds. But this way I have a 50-50 chance that I'll get some harvest, as opposite to not planting anything at all. And here I would like to bring your attention to a very special technique of covering the seeds, and that's the crab claw. Look how efficient that is. Now I'm just gonna give these a little tap. I'm gonna water them, and hopefully in a few weeks time I can have a spinach salad.
So this is all from me today. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I know today's video is a little bit long, but it's 2 weeks worth of events in my life, and I would love to publish a video every week. Unfortunately, because of the harvest processing, there's very little time, so I think I'll be publishing a video every couple of weeks. So if you want to, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell as well, so that you get the notifications when a new video comes up. And the next video will be more about the cottage. I will try to finish the bedroom so that I can actually sleep here, and if time allows, I will be doing I will be fitting the worktops in the kitchen and making the shelving units, and hopefully put in the gas cooker, which is very exciting. No more instant soups. There could possibly be an actual cooking here, maybe even baking. So thank you. So, well, of course there would be a tractor driving by now. This is my 4th take of this ending part of the video. Never mind. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.